a very nice visit with my niece. It was really great to see her and her son and the family. They were very nice and let me stay over. So I hit the road very early this morning at 5:30 a.m. because the temperature is going to be in the triple digits. So I wanted to try to avoid as much of that heat as I could, and maybe end the day, well, maybe get off the road before it gets really hot, or I may just need to take a break earlier. So the goal for today is, the stretch goal would be to get to Arizona. We'll see. Or New Mexico. So we have a long ways ahead of us, and I really want to just keep moving because I have this mad dash to the west. I'm out of the rain from what I can tell, and I just want to just keep moving forward and just get back to the west coast. Let's go. Well, everyone, I am now in Texas. Stopped here, grabbed something to eat real quick. Shamrock, Texas. Let's go get some gas and keep moving. We are on a mission to get to California. I'm not making any stops. I'm just trying to get as many miles down. As I said, my niece was nice to let me stay at her place last night. That's the earliest I've ever left on the road. And I'm doing some pretty good time trying to avoid a lot of the heat. It looks like 14,457. I'm gonna need another service. Wow. At 15,000. Although the last one I was 200 miles late. So I got myself another 200 miles on this one. All right, let's get some gas. I'm not doing too bad on fuel, but since I stopped, the more I drive today, the sooner I get to California tomorrow. I'm giving myself till Friday, but if I knock out a lot of miles, that means I don't have to spend money on a hotel for two, maybe just one night instead of 2 nights. Ooh, 93 score. My uncle warned me about Texas, that at least when he was here, which I think was just a few years back, and I don't know where, he says there was hardly any gas stations. 1, 2, 3, at least here in Shamrock. But I'm filled up. hopefully I don't have any issues with fuel. Well, I had to stop. It was just getting very tiring. It's hot out there, and the engine feels warm. I think it's normal, but it just adds to the fatigue. I can feel the engine hitting my legs, mostly on the right-hand side, and it was just getting tiring. I've been up pretty early in the morning and been riding all day non-stop. I think it's around 7 hours, or with the time change, maybe up to 10 hours. I don't know. Let's go see if they have a room in here. I am tired.
Hello.
Hi. Do you guys have availability?
Let me see if I have anything ready right now. It's not ready. They're still doing housekeeping. Let me check and see if I have something that's ready.
Keep debating if I should just keep going or stop. Anything on the first floor?
I don't believe I do. Let me double check though, real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I do have one. I got one ready right now.
All right. I rode 7.5 hours. I'll take a break.
There you go.
Here's the hotel. I wanted to go a little further, but I just rode 7.5 hours. I better get some rest. So I rode about 8 hours from Oklahoma. I'm now in New Mexico. This is a mad dash to the west. I'm just go, 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 go. I wanted to make it all the way to Arizona, but it was going to be another, I think, 3 to 3.5 hours from this point. I stopped to eat for a quick break, healthy food like McDonald's, and yeah, that's where I figured it was 3.5 hours to the next hotel. Then I found one like a mile down the road. So I said, you know, I better rest. I've been up since, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning. So, yeah. Alright, everyone. Things are getting a little nutty now. Alright, all packed up. I stayed in New Mexico last night. Well, that's where I am right now. Just finished packing up. I wanted to get some more time in, but I left really early yesterday, so I don't have to ride in the heat, and that's what I ended up doing. I think I left around 5:30 a.m. yesterday and 2 p.m. here in New Mexico to avoid all that heat. The mad dash to the west coast continues. Need to put some gas. So the manual says you only need to let it warm up for 30 seconds. Make sure the oil moves around, since it's oil cooled. I know there's gas stations over here. Ooh, look Look at that. If you can see it. Oh, it's a museum. So the goal is, if we can get to central Arizona, I really don't want to stay in Flagstaff. It's kind of big. I'd either want to stop somewhere before it on the outskirts, or probably somewhere after it, so when I leave in the morning, I don't know what the traffic's like there, but just so I don't have to get caught up in it. And that should be my last stop before I get to my parents' house in Southern California. Oh, there it is, Chevron. I-40 West. Leaving a little later today, but 7:30, 7:27. I wanted to leave at 7:30. If it wasn't for the fuel stop, I'd be just on time. What day is it? I think today is Thursday. Yeah, because I was aiming to be at my parents' house on Friday. Man, you lose track of days easily. It's actually about 13 hours from here to my parents' house. I don't think I can do 13 hours. If I haven't been riding as much as I have been, maybe. But my rear end is saying no. 7:29 on schedule. Let's go. I could stop, well, if I can aim for 2:30 p.m. I actually want to get like 8 hours of riding. That'd be great. That means that'll leave me 5 hours for tomorrow. And again, I know where I'm going, but I have no reservations at any hotel. On the news this morning, they were saying it's triple digits, up to 105. But yet on Apple Maps, it just said high 90s at the peak, which is around the time I want to stop. I almost feel like it would have been nice to put on a windbreaker. Time to stop for some more gas. I noticed a truck parked in the distance of this parking lot, and then I seen this guy coming up towards me. I knew he was coming up over me when I seen him walking, but they really needed some help. He sounded very sincere, if you see his face here as well, and explained how they've been stranded and they just ran out of gas. I thought it would help them out. Again, like I said before in another video, it's on them if they're not telling the truth, but I could really tell that they needed the help, and happy to help if I can. It was really good to see that as soon as he went back to his truck, they jumped in it and came over and put gas right behind me and went on their way. So I really believe that they needed the help. They were just stuck. Arizona. We'll stop for a rest. I usually stop for about, once I get to about half a tank, and I go and fill up just to force myself to also stretch out, which is pretty close to about an hour and a half. However, I noticed that it's getting harder and harder for me to last the half the tank. I think I've just been riding so many days in a row that my rear end is paying the price. So I needed to stop and take a break, and I ran into another veteran who is also riding to California. It was very interesting. He seemed like a very nice guy and a really nice bike in my opinion. Well, that's a nice Sportster though.
I love it. What kind of speed you cruising at?
About 80.
If you don't mind, I'll hang out with you for a little while.
Sure. I know it's gonna have me change in Flagstaff. I'm gonna go south. I think, I don't know, it was close. I think around 17 freeway I'm gonna drop.
Now I'm staying on 40 all the way into California.
Oh, yeah, I'm dropping.
And then I head a little bit north.
Yeah, because I'm going south towards San Diego.
Yeah.
So I'm going through Palm Springs and over.
And I'm going kind of northeast of LA.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop for gas probably shortly. I stop every half a tank. I don't let it go under half a tank.
I go about 150 miles.
Yeah.
I don't have a gas gauge.
Oh wow. Yeah.
All it has is a speedometer and odometer.
Yeah. So where'd you serve?
I was in the Navy for 6 years.
Oh, thanks for your service.
Stateside, then I went in the Marine Corps for 4 more.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Did all over Asia and other parts that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Norway, Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh, a big chunk of the world.
Yeah. We're in Arizona, I think in Surprise County. That's what I saw. Surprise everyone, that's where I am. Surprise City in Arizona. I was up on Flagstaff, it was beautiful up there, reminded me of back home, the way Northern California is, nice and cool, all the green trees. Stopped and I just ate something really quick, and I'm like, it's 8 hours to get to my parents' house, which is my next stop, and I thought, I can do this, no problem. But then I started coming down the highway 17 south, and when I got to Surprise, 105 degrees. I'm like, I am not riding 105 for hours. So I stopped to put gas, looked for a hotel, and I think I did pretty good. They got a little bar, I guess. They called it a kitchenette. I don't know. Of course, you get your bathroom, king size bed, TV, couch. This is nice for the last hotel that I'm gonna get for a while, because I'm gonna be staying at my parents' house. Man, 105. So the goal is, I got about 4.5 hours left to get to their house. The goal is to get up early, get some breakfast because it's here free, and then I'm gone. Try to avoid, hopefully, traffic, but the heat more than anything. All right, guys, it's been fun. All right. Bye.